Good afternoon. My name is Prince Comrade Lushola Adeboye, the chairman of Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocacy Center from our Limosho branch, Shasha, Lagos, Nigeria. Today we have a story that touch, and what you should also know, sometimes story that touch, when the partner comes to say his or her own side of the story, becomes story that annoyed. When you lie against somebody, that's why we are never one-sided here. But according to this young man, after listening to his experience from his wife, I have reason to call it a story that touched. I wish we have the opportunity in bringing the woman to hear her own side of the story. But however, according to him and the evidence he has shown so far, na story when it touch mind. So, for you not to go away, he said he was pushed, rather forced, to travel out of the country by his very wife. And he said, why should I travel? I'm managing in Nigeria. Or I heard a serious story about people who were in search of greener pasture. But all of a sudden, he was convinced and traveled. Before you know it, the wife immediately changed her way of life and entered into beer parlor, and even swear that instead of me to leave this beer parlor, I will leave the marriage. Before we know it, a lot happened. As we speak now, his 4 children and the wife, they are nowhere to be found. So this is where I'm going to stop and let the man speak for himself. Let us hear from the horse's mouth. Stay tuned. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Emeka Odibo Basiri. I'm a resident of Kuwait and Nigeria. Though I have to be brief, I won't go in much detail.
We don't need brief
for the sake of my children. For the sake of my children, because anything on social media will go far in the next 20 years. So for the sake of my children and my kinsmen, I have to be brief. I have to summarize some of the things. Sometimes ago, I'm a landlord in Nigeria. I have 2 properties in Ojo local government. Though as a man, when you are struggling, sometimes things will become rough. Then my wife advised me, as she normally calls me, Nna, things are rough, and you have the contact. You do visa for people to travel to Kuwait. Instead of you doing visa for people through your brother's influence over there, why don't you go and go there and begin to work? After several thoughts about it, every day she keep on disturbing me. Even the elder brother will come to my house. He will sit there, Emeka, please, things are tough. Why don't you go to abroad? The time came, I just said, okay, let me go. Because I can't be sitting down and watching my family suffering. In as much people outside, we will be thinking we are okay. But within inside, we are not okay. Then I left. July 30th, 2019. My wife even fried groundnuts. Because there was no money for me to even travel. My wife even fried groundnuts and Ijebu Gari. I took it to Kuwait. Even while in Kuwait, my mates were laughing at me, Ijebu Gari, I did Ijebu Gari.
Groundnuts, then they travel.
Just to know how the situation was bad. That's what I'm just to explain to you. Right. She fried groundnuts for me. Do you know Eva wine, Eva bottle, about 4. I took it to Kuwait. My mates were calling me Ijebu Gari, drink Ijebu Gari, because
you people already foreseen that nobody will feed you there.
Definitely, because I was not having money on me before traveling.
If you were having money, you forgo with a bag of rice and beans.
Yes, I won't go with any bag of rice, but I have to.
I believe she fried for you in remembrance of how she used to do it before. Continue.
So, when I was about leaving, due to some of the BT, I had to get some money. I missed my flight on the 29th. I had to come back home. Even that very day, I have to reschedule the flight till the next morning. That is on the 30th. To the extent, she even went and borrowed 10,000 for me to support the fine I have to pay to travel. God so kindly, somebody gave me the money, about 50,000 to pay the fine. I went back to the airport the next day. I took Ethiopian airline to my destined country. On getting to Kuwait, it was not even up to some days because she doesn't have phone then. When I called her, what I saw was different thing entirely.
What was that?
One, before I traveled, my wife told me, traveled. I told her I do hear a lot of stories. I don't want to travel. My children, they are 4.
What kind of stories?
The story, when you leave, your wife will misbehave, begin to misbehave. Sometimes your wife will misbehave, and some, they will even sell properties. And abscond with their boyfriend or their siblings. They will connive and sell your properties.
Not all wife.
Some. That's what I told her. For that reason, I don't want to travel. She kept on telling me, no. Though I so much trust her. Even my properties, the documents are with her. My company's registration, CAC, everything, I left her in my wife's custody. There's a time my wife told the sister, the brother, sister-in-law, that my husband cannot do anything without telling me. Because the sister-in-law has issue with the brother. He was calling, I was just listening. I said, that's me, this woman knows me very well. This is not something of a day. More than 15 years we've been staying in the same apartment. I built my house 2009 when I was still very young. I gave birth to my children in that house. My first son is Prince Tree, 14 years now. 14 years. Before I left, he was about 12 years plus. My last baby is 8 years old, Christine. So when I left, all the plan we made, I told her, since we are doing this thing, let us continue from where we stopped. She said, there's no problem. Immediately I left, what I saw was different from what we bargained. When I called my wife, I don't know how come, she went and rented a shop, started selling Indomie and beer parlor. I told Madam, what is this? What is this for? You have a property, we run catering school, which I registered with Lagos State government. I told you, I'm going over there to even make more money. I will send more money, we'll do more adverts. This something is a lifetime investment. All we discussed, she left all that behind. So on getting to Kuwait, when I called her, I discovered that she has even tinted her head to a different style. I was crying. But to cut this long story short, something happened with my parents, which I will not say online. That one will be off camera. Now, after a while, she left home with my children. My father died within the 2019, that was December period. They went to bury him. My wife left home with my children, 4 of my children. He went and dumped them in their village and was staying in Lagos. After a while, she now went and met them. So all this while, I even told her so many things. If I keep on telling her, she'll tell me over her dead body. Instead, she'll leave the marriage. Over her dead body, she'll leave the marriage. I met 4 of my friends, even some of the land.
Why is she say over her dead body?
She was selling beer parlor. I told her, Madam, what is beer parlor for? What is this beer parlor and canteen Indomie for? My children don't used to stay outside in the night. Once I gave it to them, maximum 6 o'clock, they are indoor. Even indoor. But this time around, I will call her, my children will be outside till 11 o'clock. And then they were robbing everywhere. I called Madam, this is not what we bargained for. Go back home and continue the business I left for you. The business you said you'll be doing, continue the kitchen business. You tell me over her dead body, instead she will leave the marriage. I sent 4 of my friends, even most of my landlords in my children, they went to meet her. Your husband is okay. Even as much things went wrong, he traveled. Why are you doing like this? Listen to your husband, go back to the business. How can you abandon the properties and start selling Indomie? The property worth over 25 million. The 2 properties worth over 25 million. Now you are selling Indomie. It's uncalled for. After all said and done, she refused. So then, before you learn things, she blocked my communication for me not talking to her. Sometimes I will send money through my sister to buy something, to give my sister to buy something for my children. So in the long run, at the end of the day, we lost contact. She refused calling me.
You lost contact?
Contact in terms of she blocked my number.
That's what you say now.
She blocked my number. She blocked my number. Her number was not going. Even I will call my sister to call her. If my sister calls her, my sister calls her.
Use the mic, sir.
If my sister calls her each time over there, she will call the phone. At the end of the day, during December period, I had to call the elder brother. We now reconciled. While we reconciled, a man called me by August, July 2019 last year. He told me, Mr. Man, he got my number from my wife. I said, how come? He told me, look at your children. They are suffering. They look as if they don't have father. I told the man that, no, they are not suffering. I have a property in Lagos. I left them at my home. But unfortunately, this woman took them from the village, from Lagos, went and dumped them to a known destination. Even if I'm calling her, she will block my number. How come they are suffering? At the end of the day, we have to make peace. After making the peace, I called the elder brother. I called the elder brother in US, Gilbert, that would make peace. The elder brother is in New Jersey. We'd made peace already, which they accepted. As I sent money to my wife, I told her, Madam, I don't want to know what you've done. In as much you sold some of my properties, everything, I don't want to know those ones. Those things belong to me. I don't want to know. For the sake of these children, if I don't train them now, we'll get it wrong. We'll regret it. I even told her to shake as short let us take that as short away for the sake of these children. My son is 14 years old. Most of the times I send people over to the village to get information. What I do here for my son, I will be crying over them. I told her, Madam, if not for anything, for the sake of our children, let us bygone be bygone. These children, if we fail to take care of them, will end up regretting, which she accepted. She accepted, yes, she accepted. And I told her, what will happen? I know you've done so many things. The rumor has been flying in my area that you wanted to do so many things, which I don't want to mention. But I am your husband. I have forgiven you. I don't want to hear anything. Because of you, I'll be coming back to Nigeria. Normally, I was supposed to come back after 1 year, after every 1 year. But I'll take permission from my boss. I'm going to come back to Nigeria to settle my family matter. Because I already told my boss over there that if I'm working, I'm having a kind of stress. The stress, when I explained to him, he said, go home and solve your family issue. Because in safety, you have to solve your family issue first before work, which he gave me the consent to come back to Nigeria. Before coming back to Nigeria, I told my wife, I'm coming back to my area. I want you people to go back to my area. So if I arrive, maybe I'll be coming back today. Tomorrow, you people will not be in my area. I want everybody to enter my apartment at the same time. I don't want my tenants, people in the street will be asking me, Mr. Emeka, what happened? I heard what your wife did. I don't want to hear such thing. I want, if you are here with me.
Did you already mention when she looked everything with her brother?
I don't want to mention those ones. There's some things I don't want to. I don't want to mention some things for my students' sake. I told you some for my students' sake. Maybe we'll discuss that off camera, off air. So when I give them money, I send money for transportation for them. Come to Lagos back, I will lodge in a hotel. If I arrive in Nigeria, we go home at the same time. Which she accepted. I sent 35,000 for transportation for my kids. She accepted the money, she acknowledged the money. I got to Nigeria February 18. I was at Murtala International Airport. I called her, Madam, are you guys, because I stayed over transit at Ethiopian. I called her, Madam, are you in Lagos now? Are you in the hotel? What she told me for where she's not coming anywhere. I said, but you collected money. I talked to the kids that I'm coming back. They say they were all happy. I even told them I bought car for them. If I'm going, they are going to see the car I bought for them. But kids were happy. I promised them a lot of things. I even told my wife, you asked me to buy chocolate, which I bought chocolate about 120,000 naira. I showed you online. You saw the thing I want to give my kids. How come? She said she's doing some little contribution where she is. She was then. She has to collect the contribution. I said no problem. When I came back, I went home. My tenants, they saw me where everybody were happy. The street people came. I have to. Most were asking, what about your family? I told them my family will be coming back next week. I've spoken with them. I showed them every time they are coming next week. I stayed after 14 days my quarantine. I went to do my PCR. I called her, Madam, why are you not coming? She said she was giving an excuse. I have to go and meet her at the village where she was residing at Owerri, because she's from Irete. In Owerri.
Which state is that?
Imo State, Owerri, Irete. So when I got there, fortunately she had already moved out of the house with the keys to unknown destination. But when I got there, she now came in that day. When she saw me, I said, Madam, where are the keys? He told me, why am I talking to her? That she's married. She's married. She's married
to another man.
To another man. That was what she was telling me. But I know she was just joking. She's married to another man.
You thought she was just joking. You know she was just joking.
I know she was joking. She's married to another man, and she's coming from her husband's house. I was just laughing. At the end of the day, the next morning I asked her, where are my keys? I want to see my children. I did not see my children that very day. The next morning I had to lodge in a hotel. When I came back, I met some of the kinsmen. They had to tell her, go and produce these children first. I saw my keys, and I said, okay, Madam, anything that happened, let it be bygone. I called the brother over in USA. Let us have a kind of mutual understanding between my kinsmen and your kinsmen, and do anything that has to be done, which we all agreed. I now left them. I came back to Lagos State, because then I was not my driver's license. They asked me to come back with my driver's license. So immediately I told them I'm coming back to Lagos to pick my car. Then I will drive down to East. After the whole peaceful settlement, I'll bring people back. Even at that, I took pictures with my wife, with my children. I took them out. I did a lot of things with them. I never knew that when coming back, things would change. After 2 weeks thereabouts, I now went back to the same. I now went back to the same east at Owerri. Behold, when I went there, she was no more where she was living. She has left. She off her phone. Relocated her load. My children nowhere to be found up till now. We went to meet. I called the elder brother. I've been calling my wife. Nowhere to be found. Her number is not going. I called. I've not seen my children. What happened? He told me my wife lost her phone. He's using my son's phone. I even told her, okay, give me my son's phone. Let me contact her. He said, don't worry, don't worry. At the end of the day, we have to call the kinsmen. The kinsmen came. Look at what is happening. The kinsmen said, no, they have to make peace. That it is never in their tradition for a woman to have 4 children and decide and leave the marriage and go. Even those that their husband died, that they have 7 children, they still continue in the marriage. I said, okay, let us make peace. Every day we're going, their kinsmen, they are very sincere. All of them, more than 20 kinsmen with my kinsmen, they keep on making meeting. Each time they will call the brother, because her number, my wife's number, her number was not more going. They will call the brother. Please, we want to see our daughter. We want to see your sister, our daughter. Let her come and tell us what is the problem in this their marriage. If it's something we can solve, let us solve it. Each time they will book appointments, my kinsmen will be there. At the end of the day, she won't come. They keep on posting. At the end of the day, one of the sisters in US, she stays in New Jersey, in US, Elizabeth Druzo Onyemwezi. She's married. She left the husband, though she's in US for the past 3 years. When the kinsman called the other brother and called her, what is happening? Why is our sister not come? That is my wife. Why is she not appearing? We've been calling her for more than 10 times. She's not coming. People will say she will come today. Even though the husband, if she said the husband is maltreating her, let her come out. Let us hear. Is it not the husband? The husband cannot fight the whole community. That was the kinsman told the sisters. If our sister said the husband is maltreating her, let her come and let us hear. At least we are your kinsmen, not outsider. What the lady said, that the sister said she's no more married. She's no more interested in the marriage. The kinsman said, even though she's no more interested in the marriage, she has to still come. Let us hear from her. We keep on coming every blessed day. I'll be fueling my car every day, 7,000 for my town, Ihiala, Owerri.
Was she appearing?
She didn't appear more than 15 times. I have all the videos, all the kinsmen adverts. The kinsmen keep on calling. Kinsmen keep on calling everybody. At the end of the day, since she said she's no more marrying, my kinsmen now said, well, if she says she's no more marrying, there's nothing we can do. We didn't see her. Her sisters over there, the one Elizabeth Druzo Onyemwezi said.
Before you call people's name, you must know they offend you. You don't just.
No, I'll tell you what she did. Before I call her, I'll tell you what she did. When the kinsmen were calling, because the kinsmen will call those in US, New Jersey, to call their sister. They will say they don't know who the contact of their sister, but they will be telling the kinsmen what the sister said. The kinsmen will say, give us this sister, our sister location. That is my wife's location. Let us speak with her. They will say they don't have her contact. They will not be referring what she said to the kinsmen. That the sister said. A time came, I was shocked. When she said, they said, my wife, she said she's no longer interested in the marriage. I said, there's no problem. My kinsmen said, well, we've been coming here for the past more than 20 times in this village. You just came back. Instead of you to rest, things have been like this. If your wife says she's no more married, there's no problem. What about my children? That's why I told them. I left my children at home when I was traveling to US, to Kuwait. You asked me to go to Kuwait without my consent. You forced me, go. Things are very tough, which I accept. No man will stay. You see your children suffering. You have to make a move, which I did. Now I came back. Even while I was in Kuwait, I will call my children. Do you know the reason why you are in the village? My children will tell me, no, that I don't know. My mom just came and dog us in the village. I don't know. My village surprised when I asked my son. My son told me that my wife was selling Indomie in Brute, in their village. She will be coming by 12 o'clock in the midnight.
No. In Lagos, she was also working beer parlor when you
She
left.
never worked beer parlor. We have a teaching school.
Left.
She started all these things.
Now she took the children to the village, and reaching there, she now
started selling Indomie in a Brute hotel. When I called my son had told me that, Daddy, Mom, every day, Mommy will taking us out in the hotel to be serving people Indomie. I was crying. I told this woman, hope you know what you are doing. She told me that was not her business, that I don't have any say. Most time I will call my son. If I call her, give my children phone, she will refuse to block them. I'll call them. I'll be talking to my children. When last did you come?
She told you that she's now married to another person. What makes you think she was joking?
Why I know I just believe it to be a woman talk. That's why I said she's joking. To be a woman talk. Because if she's married, it's not possible. If she's married, she'll give my children. Though I confessed something, but which I don't want to say on her. That will be for personal something, based on my children.
The ones you want to say on her, because if I want to remind you of what the story you gave me yesterday,
yes,
I may say what
you say,
don't want to say on air. So I will not ask you any question. Just continue the one you want to give
I want to just so
and keep the rest for yourself.
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
So finally, when she said she's no longer married, my kinsman, I told him, if you are no longer married, there's no problem. I want my children. These are the children I've been taking care of for the past 12 years, paying school fees. You made me to live abroad, all the sake for my children. When I was even coming back, I told her a lot of things I want to do for my children. That I already paid money for immigration experts over there to take my children to Canada. I told her I'm coming to do all my children's passports so that within 1 year everybody will go to Canada. She agreed. That's why I came back to Nigeria. On coming back to Nigeria, she disappeared. Now she said she's no more marrying. I said, okay, there's no problem. Tell the brother, I told the kinsmen, provide my children, my kinsmen to them. Immediately, our own kinsmen called the brothers over in US. These people, our in-law said, since our sister says no more marrying.
Wait first. Your cock, in the shop come.
I don't understand what okay.
Your kukuruku, if the poop come for ground, they feel chop am.
They chop am now.
Because for some women they not value property. Now make kukuruku the shop come well.
If chop come, I don't go get 4 children now.
If to get children, me say the shop come. If they jet and they may help you, they born. And she's crying for another doctor to come and take her injection.
No, she can never do that. She can never do that. She can never do that. I believe her. So why the kinsman called the sister over there and the brother that since you said you don't want to marry again, there's no problem. Return this man's children. These children are not ours. They belong to this man and their family. In our village, we don't take another man's children. It's a taboo in our village. Please do that as soon as possible. That was the kinsman told the sisters over there. They have to call. After waiting for 1 month, 2 months, after waiting for 5 days, 7 days, 10 days, the next thing when they called the sister told me that I can never see Sister Elizabeth through the phone, through the kinsman. They put it on speaker. She said, I can never see my children. The sister in USA, she said, I can never see my children again in my life. That I can never see my children in my life again. That was she was telling the kinsman. That I can never see my children in my life again. That I should be sending money for their upkeep. I now asked the kinsman, you want me to be sending money for the upkeep? Why am I in Nigeria? I have not seen my children for the past 4 months I came back to Nigeria. For the past 4 months, I only saw them once. Since 3 months now, I have not seen them. I have not set my eyes on them. The last time I ever saw them, they were even at the position I left them. It seems you left somebody at level 9. I came back, I saw them as level 3. I was shedding tears. Now, the sister said I will never see my children again. I thought she was lying. All the kinsmen said, it is not done. No. The kinsmen even mandated them that so and so day, okay, if for peace to reign, release 2 of this man's children. This man has a plan for the children. He has a plan for the children for peace to reign. Give this man 2 of the boys and take 2 as when they grow, they go back to the family house. The sister said, lie, that the children belongs to her. She has adopted my children to a named destination. Ever since then, I've been making call. My wife's phone number has been switched off for the past 3 months. My children, their whereabouts, no. I even went to police station. The policeman, they called the brother. The brother said, the brother at Bayelsa said he doesn't even know the whereabouts of our sister. So I said, well, since it has been like this, I don't know if my wife is still alive or they're taking my children to unknown destination. I said, let me come and report to human rights. Maybe they can call the sister to order over there. Or maybe she has taken them to somewhere else, which I don't know. That is why I came here.
The story don't finish.
And I have the pictures. And secondly again, even with my documents, the house document, she went away with my property document, but that one is not the issue. The properties belong to my children, not mine. They are my children's property. She went away with the document because I left the document, everything with her before going. We never had quarrel. Not everything I will say here, but let me just forget about everything for the sake of my children. For the sake of my children, I have 2 girls, I have 2 boys. For the sake of my children, I won't say everything here.
If you return to Nigeria for a visit, rather,
yes.
Have you set your eyes on them? I
only saw them once. When I came back, after 14 days quarantine, I traveled to East. Since she didn't come, refused to come, I traveled to East. I set my eyes on her once. 3 days I spent with them. I was lodging in the hotel. In the morning I would go and visit them. I took her out, even that evening.
Did you pay her bride price?
Yes, we paid everything. I did the tradition. This tradition was done 2007, not now. 2007, not now. Even when I came back, the kinsmen asked us I had to fulfill some things in the traditional right. I even went, I said I would do everything for peace to reign. This was done 2007. You know 2007, when you send about 150,000 to somebody, to the brother to purchase everything. Hope you know the meaning of 2007, 150,000 for marriage. I went there with my kinsmen.
Send money and no go.
We went. I sent, then she was pregnant. She was pregnant. She was pregnant then. I went with my kinsmen. We have about more than 20 of us that went. You know this Faka bus? Faka bus, we started the Faka bus with their kinsmen. We brought my wife, we did everything, but she didn't come because she was pregnant then. That was 2007. And ever since then, even my wife, she answered my son's name, Odibo, Shoma, everything, voter's card, bank, everything is under my son's name. So I'm surprised. Even while I was going out to make investigation in the village, I even discovered that my wife went and changed my children's name to another man's name. But that was something I won't say. I don't want to say it here.
You're already saying it.
So that is it. I just came here because already I contacted my lawyer. I said, okay, let me come here. If the human rights can assist me, I know they've been doing it because I do follow people online. I've seen a lot of cases people have solved, and I believe you can solve the case for me. I have my children pictures here. Even when they were young, even when I left them, I have all their pictures here. Even with my wife here, even the sisters that told me that she has adopted my children, I have her picture here. She only calls the kinsmen that I can never see my children. That's what she said. And this woman, she's sorry, not everything I will say. Assuming she has children, she will know the pains that the father bears. Rain and night, I did a lot of things to make sure I trained my children before I left Nigeria. I suffered a lot. Things were rosy then, but later things became tough. I suffered a lot. If assuming she has children, she will know the importance of children, she will know the impact. I have 4 children. This woman, she has married for more than 25 years. Sorry, it's God that gives children. But she don't have a kids, no children. Even my son was the first grandchildren in their family. Because in their family, they used to produce children. Then he's sorry for that, it's God that gives children. But I know that when I came to the family, I brought good news to the family. Which even the brother in the USA keep on telling me. And look, I came to my family, you did a lot of things. God bless you, my family. The brother in the USA keep on telling me most times to discuss. That I never knew most times he will tell his sister that the sister never knew what God has done for the family through me. So I said, okay, assuming this woman knows the importance of children, she won't say she won't order my children or adopt my children to unknown destination. That's why I said, okay, let me come here to seek for justice. In as soon as I contacted my lawyer, I went to the police to write petition. So many things. The kinsmen, I went to the kinsmen. I have the videos here, the pictures here with me. All the kinsmen, I have their number here. You can call them. I can give you 10 of the kinsmen. Call them and ask them what happened. They told them categorically, these children are not ours. Give this man their children. You suffer this man a lot. For the past 4 months, I've been living alone in my compound. Nobody to stay with.
Oga, did you pay bride price for this woman? That is the question.
Yes, I paid bride price.
Not when they go shop your food, you know they don't collect money for bride price.
Sir, yes.
Are you sure you are the owner of these 4 children?
Why? Yes, I'm sure of the owner of the 4 children. Because before I left Nigeria, I trust my wife very well. I cannot tell a lie. Most time I was discussing with my friends. I tell them I trust my wife. I know she is. I trust my wife so much. Until I left, they are my children.
You can't spoil her now.
Maybe yes. That's why they said something when Adam was in the Garden of Eden. Nothing happened. It was when he went out, the serpent came and did so many things. That was why I never wanted to travel. My plan was to take everybody out. I never wanted to travel, but due to the constant persistent arguing, things are tough. As please, but that one is another story.
Is that all?
Yes, that is all.
What do you want now?
What I want them to produce my children. My children, they are suffering where they are. They don't know where they take them to. My children are suffering. I came back with goodies for them. I came back with things for them.
Did you say you bought chocolate?
Chocolate. This is my problem.
Chocolate will be doing bread or...
No, you know one thing. You know my annoyance. When I came back, I told my wife, I bought a lot of things for my children. Even I told my children, look at what I want to bring for you. They said, Daddy, we are coming. Daddy, welcome. They knew that I will be coming back that particular day. I'm coming back that particular day.
I ask you never answer.
Okay.
The chocolate, not be say 127 too much, but what I mean,
okay.
You said your wife, you gave her a full apartment to be doing her catering business.
Yes, yes.
You bought chocolate for the catering business?
Not for catering. Not for catering. I mean, when I was coming back, somebody was coming back from my brother, I bought things for my children. For my children. I posted, but I told them, look, I was at ShopRite at Lulu's supermarket, Hyper supermarket. I was showing the video. Look at what I want to buy for you. That they buy this, buy that. I bought a lot of goodies for them. It pains me that I came back. My children did not take anything from it. I had to be sharing to people within the community.
But the day you later go and see them, your wife did not allow you to give them. You saw them.
I saw them. I only went to some little thing I gave them because I told them we all are coming back to Lagos.
Okay.
That was our initial plan.
Or I'll come and write your wife's number and let's call her.
Okay. The number is the two numbers is not going.
You say now the family gather you now write the name
of
the
yes,
call them one by one.
Yes.
Who be those two women when they your back? Now they do like I can't prepare for back there. What you got on narration? Now they interpret the case. Akoti, yeah.
Okay.
This is my wife's number. Let me bring the kinsman. I'll have that 7 of their kinsman number. I'll call them.
You know, say some people too know much in this platform, but thank God to broke is allowed. If a man says he opened a catering something for the wife, and he now said when he was coming he bought chocolate of 120, you should know whether he bought it to be doing the catering work or for children to consume. You can buy chocolate of 100,000. Is it much? It's not too much now. But I get to know whether it's for your wife or for consumption. I've already broke one with stupid talk here. Let me look for another person. Until this platform become your own, that's when you will have right to put stupid question here or insult. So long as my own, our own still be, you don't have the right, and you will never have the right to operate it. My duty is to block any foul comment here. If this man has given the full story like what he gave me yesterday, you will have reason to even pity for him. But I'm not forcing him to say what you don't want to say on camera. But so let's attend to the one he's telling us here.
I say something here. I don't want my students. I can't say anything.
I'm not saying you should say it. Now, if he says a bit tough. Now the condition make you the respond to everything. Who is this person?
Our kinsmen from our village. Our kinsmen. I have to know their numbers.
What do you want to do with your kinsmen?
Our kinsmen, our own kinsmen, our own family kinsmen.
Yeah.
In their village, their numbers.
You say people when they took her away from you, when they call you police, say they are her brothers and sisters. Now you want what you call kinsmen.
Sorry.
We tell them to make your wife available, even though they don't want to marry. They don't want her to marry. At least you need your children. It's better when the line is open. You can call in and say whatever I want to say. You can correct somebody without insult or advise the man in your own way. You are entitled to your opinion, but insult we say we don't need it again. If you like, come in another form, we'll still block it. It doesn't take 10 seconds, even 5 seconds to block. Anyone you become mad more, they try one after the other.
Okay, this one in USA.
What is he? Who is he in the matter? What has he?
The most elder brother.
So what is his commitment or contribution in this case?
Like I said, the elder brother actually wanted peace. He told me he has been praying for peace to reign. This guy, the Gilbert, over in USA.
So it's not against you now.
It's not against, but
against you yesterday. Not be you talk. He says yes. One carry you go station. One do this, one do that. If I drop corner, you will come they talk again. Now you not fit talk importance of what you told me yesterday. You call the one in the US, let's hear from him. Call him with your money. I can't call the US.
Let me give them money. Let them pick my call. They
will not pick your call. Somebody says he's helping you out.
Then, that was then before this thing happened.
That is, when this thing happens, people that are against you now will call. Let me have human rights.
All her numbers switched off. If you call, you will pick.
I know when you are believing with 4 children, happy, fighting together and smiling together, all of a sudden you don't have anyone around you despite all the money you have acquired. It's painful. I'm not trying to judge anybody, but it's really painful. No? Okay, you not hear all our people they write phone number. They write them back and front. No? Okay, I bet, what is this? 71
plus. Give me, this one is give out.
Now 71 from stop.
Yes, that one is give out.
What is the name of the woman?
Shoma, I lost her. This one is give out.
Your wife?
Shoma.
Has been forwarded to it.
Okay, he hasn't picked. Which other one? Have you tried to track her number through the police to enable you recover your 4 kids?
Our 2 phones switched off. Our 2 phones switched off for the past 3 months. Even the police have been trying our numbers, not doing. They called the brother, the one at Bayelsa. That one said he doesn't know the whereabouts of our sister.
If case is serious, you people want person to get BP for a serious case. Maybe you are just new in this platform. You laugh, you cry, you will get to the root of all problem and have a good landing, soft landing. Solution center, here is solution center. So you must not cry and take BP for another man's problem before you know it's a serious case. If I'm treating case where I need to laugh, I will laugh. And if you're serious too much, I must make you laugh. Because if somebody faint here now, I will still talk, say, I'm not waiting the worry. The first one is what?
Yes, the one afraid.
These 2 numbers.
The first one, the second one is another brother.
The first one is the one that arrested you.
Yes, in the village.
That's 2, 7. You share Facebook?
Yes, just Facebook. But she has not become on Facebook. The past 3 months or 4 months. Even I've been WhatsApp as well.
Why not go ahead and marry another woman? Use your mind.
You said I should go. I should go.
I don't say you should go ahead. I only ask why.
No, I can't marry. In my family, we don't do such thing. My grandparents, they have only one wife. My father, one wife. It won't start in my generation. Those kids are important to me.
It's okay. Hello? Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
From the Office of the Human Rights Defenders, I am Prince Comrade Olushola.
Human Rights Defenders?
Yes.
Okay.
Am I speaking with Alfred?
So what may I help you, sir?
All
Is there
right.
any issue, sir?
Yes, I'm calling in respect of your sister, Shoma, and so far so good. The role they said you have played in the relationship she in. There is a man here called Emeka who said he was once based in Kuwait, a husband, former husband to your sister. He came to the... I don't know the situation they are now. He's a husband. Okay. He said ever since he returned to Nigeria, he has not been able to see his wife and 4 children. They disappeared with his children, and you were involved in arresting him for no reason. And
Yeah, I was involved in arresting him.
yeah, that you brought police. The kinsmen were there.
Okay.
We said no, we may not have to declare your sister and the kids wanted without hearing from her, but we've not been able to reach her. The 2 numbers given to us, they are not available according to network, and we feel because you based in Nigeria, you have, according to him, you have partake in all this, so we want to hear from you. Through you, we hear from your sister. That
You want to hear from me?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you want to hear from me now, please? I don't know. Let me know.
Okay. According to the young man here, Emeka,
Oh.
he said he traveled abroad. Before he returns back, your sister was nowhere to be found. He said he's not interested in the marriage.
Before you return, nowhere to be found.
Yeah. So he said he's not interested in the marriage any longer. So he did everything humanly possible to make sure he gets his family back, but you were the hindrance in that in settlement, that you never allowed the settlement to take place.
Me, I was a hindrance.
Yeah, he said you brought police to make sure they arrest him and the marriage shouldn't work. And that means you know the whereabouts of his children.
Okay.
Okay, that is why we are calling you. Maybe your sister must have, in one way or the other, inform you the reason why she don't want to go on with the marriage, and why you on your own took it upon yourself to get this man arrested.
All these things you are saying, all these things are allegations. You are alleging that based on what he has told you, Abi?
Yes, yes.
Based on what he has told you,
it's not confirmed by us.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
I want to tell you now that all those allegations, what is alleged,
Yeah.
they are false.
Okay.
If it's there, let him tell you. He claims that the last time that he came to this thing, that he slept with his wife, he stayed with his wife, he was with his children and he was with his wife, and all of a sudden they disappeared, and now it is me. He's alleging that it is me, that I'm aware. My brother, I don't know, I don't have anything to say for now. If you have anything, let him write. My lawyer will also write to him. My family lawyer will answer him. That's it. I don't have anything to say. I don't have anything to say about it.
Okay. Did you
If
actually?
you're saying I'm the one that arrested him,
Yeah.
I came with police.
Yeah.
You should go to the police station and ask who there was a petition written to the Commissioner of Police. You should ask. You should make investigations and ask how come, why did the petition come? Who wrote the petition? If I was signatory to the petition, you should find out. So that's what it is. I don't have much to say. If you have anything, my lawyer he should speak to my lawyer.
Okay. Do you understand?
So I'm not in a position to speak in that matter.
Do you understand the person in question, Mr. Emeka, is an in-law to you?
Is what?
In-law. Is your in-law?
He told you he's my in-law.
No,
and he's telling you now that he told you now. What you are saying, they understand that it is my in-law.
Yeah.
You are saying that you are not asking me now. He told you it's my in-law.
Yes.
And he's telling you now that me, I'm an in-law. That I carried my sister, I carried his children,
yeah.
I carried everybody away.
Yeah.
That's what he's telling you now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't. You should ask him if let him answer if he's my in-law or not.
And
I'm not in a position to answer that now.
So, that is what he says already. That is why the way you are responding now.
No, he was saying he's the former. From what you called me earlier and you said he's the former husband to my sister.
That is not an issue. Now I'm the one that address it.
No, he's saying that is my in-law. I don't know which one the issue is contradicting. You are the former.
Okay, is this person okay? Hold on a minute. Don't dwell on that, sir. Don't you? I
don't dwell on that. No, it's a comment I'm reading on. I'm counting you based on your words. I'm using your words. You called me. You don't know who I am. You called me. You introduced yourself, and I'm listening to you. From what you have said, this person has come to your office. He has alleged this. He has alleged that. And it is from your allegation now that I'm responding to what you have alleged. No, there's no what is it me that made those comments. Okay. It is you people that said it. It's what you said, and I'm using to reply you.
Okay.
It's from your comment.
Okay, hold on a minute. Agreed. Whether agreed now, for if you have problem with your wife and somebody cried to you, are you not supposed to ask your sister or whatever that happened or your in-law and be the one to look into their matter as mediator?
My brother,
yeah.
Can you listen to me now?
I'm listening.
I don't have any issue. If Emeka that is there with you said is my in-law, he has my number. I believe it's the one that gave you my number.
Yeah.
Ask him, when last did he call me as an in-law? When last did he talk to me as an in-law? When last did we sit down? Emeka served in my office. He is there with you. He served in my office. I signed his NYSC clearance for 1 year. It was not that I signed his clearance for 1 year. The Emeka that is seated there is telling you all these things. Did he tell you all those ones? And we'll come to Lagos. I can't come to Emeka's house because I can't come to see my sister because Emeka will give my sister standing instructions not to accept any of us. And he's there making false allegations. And he's there telling you people jailbreach. He's there telling people nonsense. Emeka will see me in Lagos. Emeka will see me face to face in Lagos and he will just walk away. Emeka will see me, if he's walking 3 steps, Emeka will increase his steps. He's coming back. He's my in-law. He's this, he's that. You are married. I am married. If I look for my wife, I know where to go and look for my wife. Emeka has taken me to Shrine. He's gone to Shrine. He cannot go. He cannot do anything. He's not coming through human rights. He said, I'm the one to arrest him. He that took me to Okija Shrine. Okay? Let him tell you there. He that took me to Okija Shrine. They went and put my name there. They've been calling me from Okija Shrine. They've been saying all rubbish, all what not. He's been telling them. See, he who goes to Equity will go in clean hands. I am not afraid of anything. I am not scared. As far as Emeka, I even told him, when he started with my sister, I don't have any issues. I have never contributed 1 day. I have never said my sister should not marry Emeka. Neither have I said that my sister should stay with Emeka. I have my problems. I have my family. I have never. God bears me witness. Emeka itself bears me witness. Emeka called me last. My son is going to be 7 years. Emeka spoke to me last when that boy was 4 months or 5 months. If he says it's my in-law, you should let him judge, let him talk to you. Let him tell you. See, I don't have any issues with Emeka. I don't have any issues. If I see him up to tomorrow, if I see him, he's the one that is not what I don't know. Do you understand?
Yeah.
As I am now, I don't have any problems. I don't. I am the most simplest person you can ever think of. But Emeka himself is making issues complicated for himself, for which I don't know whoever is giving him any advice. I keep saying it. I have told him, even the day the Shrine people called me, I told him, Emeka, I will not train your children. Emeka, I will not train your children and train my children. I will not marry my sister. I'm an Igbo man. I will not marry my sister. Emeka, I cannot train your children. I have my children to take care of. You understand? But you should know and do the right thing. You should know what you should do. You should know what you should do. If it's a man, if it's somebody that has, if he thinks very well, if he reasons very well, you should know what you should do. So him taking me here, people keep calling me, he's taking my number up and down. I'm not the first son. I'm not the most senior. If he wants to talk, he knows my senior brother, he should talk to my senior brother. I don't take decisions for my family. I am someone, I'm an Igbo man, I'm a poor Igbo man. I am someone who takes decisions on behalf of my family. Our first son is dead, yes, I am someone that is senior to me. So why is Emeka troubling me? Why is Emeka carrying me up and down? Please, you should tell him. He should stop carrying me up and down. He should stop this nonsense that he's doing. If he wants to do anything, you know the right person he should talk to. He knows who he should be calling. He should not be calling me. I am not the first son of Oniwezi. He should not be calling me. You know people that he should call. Please, thank you very much. That's my position. Please.
All right, God bless you. One more question. Can you please...
I'm not being interrogated, please. Hope I'm not being interrogated.
Sorry.
I know you are recording.
No,
I know you are recording me.
Yeah, it's live.
No problem. I know you are recording me because everything I said, I will still stand.
The purpose of calling, I want to appreciate you, even though you said you were not going to talk. At least you have air your mind, kind of letting us know that all is not well. I want to reintroduce myself again. I'm calling from the Office of the Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice. I am Prince Olushola Adegboye, comrade. I don't know you the same way I don't know Emeka. What we do here, when people lodge a complaint in our office, we don't want to be one-sided. We try all our possible means to make sure if we cannot reach the person, at least we should be able to talk to any member of the family or friends that know little or more about it. That's exactly what we are doing.
Hello, Prince.
Yeah.
Can you please listen?
I'm with you.
Please tell Emeka that I am not the right person he should talk to.
Okay.
If he wants to talk, I have a senior brother. You should talk to my senior brother.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
All right, God bless you.
God bless you too, sir.
Where is the senior brother's number? Is it the US one?
Yes, the US one.
He hasn't picked, and we are taking to voice mail or whatever.
Chairman, sir.
I'm with you.
You know, I said I don't want to say a lot of things.
Wait,
for the sake of my family.
Hold on first. Where you have
even
reached to...
Alfred, when they went to where my wife was living, it is Alfred that came with bus to pick my wife and children away. But as I said, I don't want to say anything for the sake of my children. You can call the kinsman and ask about from his own kinsman. I have the video. The kinsman will tell you everything because I don't want to begin to be arguing with anybody.
Hello. Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
From the Office of the Human Rights Defenders, Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Prince Comrade Olushola. The man has dropped.
Chairman, sir.
You got the last verse.
I gave you the kinsman number.
What do you want in this?
What I want is my children. They should provide my children for me. I'm afraid this guy saying, I want my children. I've not even seen my wife. I don't know if it was my wife that said she don't want to marry because our phone was switched off. They were calling the kinsman, telling the kinsman. If I have 10 of the kinsman number, not my people. I'm from here, Anambra State. They are from Imo. Call their own blood brother. The kinsman told them what to do. They refused to listen to their kinsmen.
Hold on, let me call this man back. Thought he dropped to call back.
Your call has...
He won't speak again. He won't pick again, I'm telling you.
Emeka,
Sir?
you know, like I said before,
Yes.
I don't want to start reminding you of your statement yesterday because I don't know what you want to talk about or not. Hold on a minute. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Who am I speaking with?
Okay, this is Andrew Alfonso.
Okay. How may I help you?
Sir, I'm speaking with the chairman. I am the guy that man in Australia.
The woman in Australia did what?
The woman, I was the person you interviewed that day. That woman, that said, she claimed that in Australia, that you had to pay me within 2 weeks.
Okay, hold on. What you will do? You call me like 3 hours time. I'm live now handling case.
Okay, sir.
So, like I was saying, I don't want to be reminding you of statement. Oga, relax yourself, sir. I beg. Yeah? Now, different madness than they see. There is madness of stress, frustration. Madness of when your wife, they quarrel you. If you only you, they talk, they go for street. Madness of when your husband, they quarrel you. Only you, they talk, they go for street. That is why when some people come here psychologically, after listening to them, I make them laugh. But that doesn't mean I will not do my job. Some misbehave, I have to take it. Some behave well, I have to take it, because if you understand them, you will know that if you are in that shoe, you will do worse. You understand? I can be more serious if I want to be serious, but you can't be stressed out and I will be shouting or making you to shout more. I will say something that you laugh, and by the time you laugh, you have regained some strength, or even your BP can be calm. You go relax, hear from me first. When you came here yesterday, every statement you gave me offline, you have not even said 1/4 of it today. Hold on, sir. I'm not asking you to say it. But Elga, excuse me, sir. Please, I beg you in the name of God, just listen first. So now, to ask you a question, I'm afraid, because I don't know the kind of question I will ask that you never wanted to talk about. Okay, nice. What I'm asking, because I know what you said yesterday, you never believe your wife is gone. You never want to leave her. You never want to marry another woman. It's not possible. You say you trust your wife. It's not going. It's not gone. So now, if you tell us what you want, that is how we will treat this case. If you say you need only children, because you said to me, Oga, relax, I take Jesus, beg you. I am begging you in the name of God Almighty. So now, I know that you never want that woman to go whether she's going, according to what you told me off camera yesterday. But I still want to ask you in public, if you think back, front, left, right, center, and you said what you just need is your children, you will have it from this office. But what? Use your mic now. They disturb me.
I said for the past 3 months, 4 months I've been in Nigeria. My wife switched her phone, blocked me, even the WhatsApp, everything. I have a record. Even when I told the other brother in USA, how can my wife block me? The other brother told me he's going to give me her new number. After coming with my kinsmen, with their kinsmen, we keep on having meeting more than 20 times. We have meeting more than 20 times. It was then the sister called that my wife said she's no more marrying. The kinsmen said, even though you are no more marrying, come out and tell us, let us hear from you from the horse's mouth. But they said our number switched off, no way they can get her. But everything we are hearing is from the brothers. So based on that thing, based on those, the outcome of their decision, that's why my kinsmen said, okay, we've been coming here for the past 2 months, we've not seen my wife, my children. If she's no more married, let me go with my children. But mind you, I never said I don't want to marry. It was she that said she don't want to marry. I told the kinsmen, how can I leave my wife alone? I cannot train my children alone. She cannot train the children alone. This is not matter marriage of a day. It's more than 17 years. More than 17 years. It's not marriage of a day. Just for me to travel abroad, all this thing happen. I know that there's something wrong somewhere. That is why I even asked her, let her come out and say it in prayer of our kinsmen. Because there were things that happened when I was not around. If she took my sisters to a police station, all the petitions she wrote, when they were asking her, she was saying different entirely.
Okay, you are taking me for you want to start your statement all over again.
No, I'm not. You just I want her to come back and my children.
Simple.
Yes.
Because you don't please people to displease yourself. Yes. The same you said, some kinsmen said there, she should be pregnant. That is why she's hiding, because it's the way everybody, including her kinsmen, calling her, she refused to show. That means she should be pregnant at that moment and don't want you to see her. Even her family says so, her kinsmen. Okay, now ask you, Oga, can we get your children for you? You say, no, I need my wife. If my wife can't do this to me, I say, okay, we cannot cry more than the bereaved. Listen, if you are here to have your children, simple. If you are not here to have your children, Oga, I take Jesus beg you. If only you allow me. If na so you dey talk alaroro, you can't build 100 houses for woman. Woman must still get reason to run. In your life now, there is still women like that, ungrateful women, unsatisfied women. Now so you still dey see am for men. It's possible you think because I build upstairs Dangote for her, it's possible what she need from a man, she's not getting it. It's possible this your talk, now so you dey talk inside house. She said to her with you and your whatever. For woman to see a man who built house up to 25 million as at many years ago and advise you to fly out of country, never to come back. If she happened to speak, people might still blame you, but she must have gone too far. Listening, you know they listen. Not only you don't stress for life. Who never pass through stress? But when you go to third party, you will calm down. Make a fair go treat you before I treat your case. If you talk the way you talked yesterday here, people go blame you. Because if a man did that weak, woman go take advantage. If a man even still talk too much, woman will say, you can't find work outside now. So, I don't know the area you are operating. Now you need children. The woman say no want again. You need children with woman. If the woman knows say you are after her, you are not. You want her back, but she will keep on running. But if you just go straight, as this thing not work, let's talk about children. This woman can even send children through the brother to come and give you a maker. Everything you said yesterday about this woman, if you say it here, people will condemn you because that shows that the woman is gone and you are still running after her. What you told me off camera, it shows that the woman will go never to come back if you have actually put on that effort. And today you are still here disturbing people. See, if you want your children, go and think and come back in 7 days. Because I said something yesterday. Now you say you don't. I gave you 2 options yesterday. You say you choose this option. I told this man, if this woman like switch off all her phone, change card, there are ways we track it with police. They will still track her out. Now we will still arrest her. And if you arrest her, you don't get what they drag with her. Now children make me come. Oh. If brother is talking, brother-in-law, beg. I take God beg you. We don't have any case. Now children join me with now together. Oh. I beg me love this one. This kind breeze every day. Now God will save person for this year. So, Emeka, be a man. Emeka, be a man. You are representing men. Represent man well. Any woman should represent women well. Because when women overdo, they will forget to say woman, or they say women. When a man do too much, they'll forget to say man, they'll say men. Mika, why don't you know what you want? Can my wife tell me to travel now when I know I am not ready to travel? Jealousy no will let me even live and travel. Now you this same brother be different one. Say you say you know they go. The brother follow and come advise you to go. You went. Make you not be man.
Sir, for the sake of my children, I cannot see my children.
No, sir. Make don't deceive people here. Listen and listen good. Emeka, I don't know how you get money to build your 2 buildings. I saw what you showed me. I saw them yesterday. Emeka, if you don't want to travel and you have 2 buildings, you say when situation change, you say you give the downstairs to redeem for how many years?
Yes, please.
They gave you how much?
Close to 1 million.
You told me 2 million. Why did they change?
I said you didn't give me close to 1 million, but I spent almost 2 million traveling.
No, that's not what you told me.
I said,
You say you rent it out for 2 million.
No.
Okay, okay, wait now, okay. You even have a house. Check whether not divine. You even have a house that you lease out for close to 1 million, and you say you are suffering. That will not reach you to join your wife for the catering business one that they do for the same building.
Chairman, can you listen to me, sir? I said we are using the building for catering school. We are using the dam. It was when things was not working out fine that this decision came in. When we okay, let me go. Then I have to lease the dam to make money. And I asked her, okay, move to the upstairs. Let us leave dam.
Emeka, what I am saying now, how to get
the children.
So that you will not be here defending, saying all everything. Even if you talk, you gain favor. Ordinary favor, you don't get your children.
I want my children.
So of us they talk at the same time. Never worry. So even if you talk here, you gain favor by commenters or anything. You did not get your children and wife. You are still where you are. So now let's talk about how you get what brought you here. Emeka, if you need your children, we will track your wife. Emeka, if you need your wife and children, you will follow family process. You will follow, you heard what the Fred said. You follow due process, which is family process. That one not concern us. But if you say yes, now your children you need, we will track your wife, then she will be arrested, then they will tell her to bring the children. Even though she is still going to be the one to stay with the children, at least you should know their whereabouts, how to be giving them money for upkeep and all that. You understand? Marriage not be by force. So a woman you gave 2 upstairs building, say in separate place. A woman you said you said I wasn't there. A woman you said the whole upstairs flat you use it to open what?
Catering school.
Oh, yes, sir. Catering school.
Catering school, fountain school.
Yeah, I don't say you go talk above the question I ask you now. As you don't talk and you go wait. A woman you say you do this, you do that. That woman start running away. Sold all your properties and you say you're one of the brother follow and come sell your property. Who be that brother?
Old Loma, I gave the number, the old Loma.
Good.
They sold all my properties.
We will call all the Loma and Nigeria there.
He's in Nigeria. All my property, but
wait.
You know, I told you I don't want to go deep into those things. I can buy the property.
Check the number here.
This is number. This is number. This is that one.
But you just say wife.
No, I gave you 2 numbers.
Yeah, you say wife. These 2 numbers.
I gave you another one. The one that you call her first one. It was my tenant that called me over there that look at what is happening to your building. They were selling all properties. They even came with not everything I don't want to say for my children's sake.
You are still trying to say it. Don't say
if I say it, if I say it,
don't say it.
Let me not say anything about those ones.
I'm not talking. You don't talk everything finish. Which one you don't want to go? All the normal.
Hello?
Good afternoon, the normal.
Yeah?
I am Prince Comrade Olushola calling from the office of the Human Rights Defenders.
Who are you?
Human Rights Defenders.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm calling you in respect of one Mr. Emeka over your sister Chioma. Abi? Are you with me?
Yeah.
Okay. According to the allegation, he said You were among the people who came to his house with the wife to loot everything, and he has no property as we speak now. And you also know the whereabouts of your sister and the children.
Yes.
Which English shall speak? He said you know the whereabouts of your sister, his wife, and his children. That you were among those people who came to his house and loot all his properties.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Which place your house there?
Vos.
At Vos.
Huh?
For Vos, or Vos.
Yes, it is.
Okay, you don't know Emeka, your in-law?
I don't know anybody in law. Not going law.
You're not going law.
No.
Are you the Niji Abi?
Huh?
Are you not all the normal?
You don't have to read and write, have you? Huh?
Which kind of family this man going to?
So
So if all of them are like this, what do you expect from your wife now? Now you be the weak person. Now you say yourself. Which another number? I better go sit down there.
they won't be the call. The case
You too weak, oh. You are weak. That is why.
Sir, you won't expect
The
me. Why
name
can
of
I
God.
never do such thing? The kinsmen called them. Ask you can call their kinsmen. All the villagers came. They didn't meet on their head. They called them. They refused to answer the kinsmen. You see, they will answer. More than 20 people, more than 20 kinsmen. I have the videos here with me. I can give you 10 of their kinsmen that were even looking after them. The kinsmen called them. They refused to answer the kinsmen. I give the kinsmen number. I can ask from the kinsmen. Maybe I'm telling lies or they are telling lies.
Who is talking of lie? You be a man and get your children and rest. You the talk of telling lie. Who is telling you are telling lie? Are we talking of lie here? Not be as them see man for road. They tell and say if they come for farm, bring firewood for me. You know as man be. Not be men think say na some men think say na beating. Now you take be man when they beat woman. No. You may not beat, but you can still be a man. Na smart be. Na him go pass, they go farm in the money, pass the front of a woman house. You must say, I beg, Oga, if you dey come for farm, help me bring firewood. Why some men than 100 men don't pass in fear, boldness, not dey for the woman to confront that one, say, help me bring firewood. But you go come see one like Emeka, they come like this, say, hey, you know, we even greet, Emeka, I beg if you dey come, bring firewood for me for farm. He is not ready to take the help from us. If you were here yesterday, you will not like Emeka. After he take my time yesterday, talk left and right, raise say meet us here. As he dey go, I can't tell am the action we will take. Say, Oga, no. Leave that action. That is not the action I want. And I just want to show them here. Do this one, this is one. I say, so you are just to tell the world your story. Don't worry, come and tell story.
I want my story. I want my children.
I don't start something that I cannot finish. I want to, if I am stressed, I will know what stress me and Emeka. You talk because you are in social media. I will drop this social media. Me and you will swing into action.
I want my first children. I want my first children. They are suffering and they are suffering.
According to Rana, always the beg go. Where he supposed use police, they were arresting go beg. Where the woman say I don't marry, I move on, he go beg. Where they do this one, he go beg. Where they offend the family, he go beg, say no one me to hear here. Where they do this one, go beg.
For the sake of my children, for the sake of my children, for the sake of my children, I know this is my, for the sake of my children, for the sake of my children, that's what I'm saying, for this is not for any other thing. As which don't have freedom.
Listen, there are things people don't know about this office. We know they force people to act for them. Now, the only people we they act for, now children when they are abused. Okay. Anybody come here, we tell them how we take assistance. He no agree with us. Who they look for case they finish. Trouble they finish, my people. If you follow case, you go die. You die young. Stress kill you. We are not looking for case. Those who come with tears from their heart. We want them to go with joy. We stress ourselves to give you joy. Not a case you will stress finish, the person will tell you, oh God, don't do it that way. You will say because it's called human right, I should become enemy of his friend. I want to be enemy of your enemy. I don't want a situation whereby I be enemy, you are now a friend. It now looks as if what personal interest does this human right people have over this case? If you are ready, we go to higher authority for tracking. When they track the woman, they arrest her, you go Imo State, from that same state CID. I know say you're not supposed to talk of marriage for now. You first enter children first. Even though the law says as a father you cannot handle those 4 children, maybe you get a child, then you say, okay, I want to know where they are living. You check where they are living, you see, say it's okay, I will be bringing 1 million every month so that they will still be like Dangote's children. From there, you now move on. Maybe a choma, you still need that, and you taste I know where they're there. You begin to pump money to her, maybe not money in it. Maybe you can live wherever she is or whosoever she's with, can begin to give you second chance. That is it. Sorry. Alright, we are going to allow people to call in. That is what we're going to do next. (0903) is the number. What are you doing? What are you doing? You think I will tell you to show picture? Now your pray you will tell show picture if you want to. You know, say you mumu to the call.
These are my children. These are my children. You can see Prince P, Donald, Christine and Jane. Before I left them. These are my children. 4 of them. Before I left them.
They must be bigger now.
A big bigger. 2 years plus now.
It's like 2 boys, 2 girls.
2 boys, 2 girls. They are died in front of my compound. I gave birth to them all there. They've been living there for the past 12 years until I left. Coming back, they are nowhere to be found. This is my compound where I left them when they were very young. All of the pictures I have them on my laptop.
Okay, be stable with stable or steady with the pictures.
Okay.
0703.
Who is the bigger person there?
She's my wife.
She look very young.
She's 39 years old by age now.
Okay.
You don't have a small stature like me. The same stature.
Okay, you two have small stature.
I have small stature. Who is this?
05.
This is what when I went to the village. When I came back, this is how I saw them.
Be steady with your pictures and over.
When I went to the village, the first time I saw them, immediately I came back, look at how they look like.
You sure say you did okay, boy.
I've been staying for good 4 months, that's my children. Good 4 months. Sleeping alone in the compound. This is my wife. When I met her,
because you need wife and children. If
this
you
is my
need
wife.
Your children,
when I went, I was with her. I even had the picture. We took pictures.
07.
This is my wife. About 3 months ago.
So are you now saying that wherever they see her, they should let you know?
They should let me know to report to police.
You have no reason to show her picture.
If they
Say
see
you
her
need
anywhere,
help.
they should call you and report to you. They should call the number, any police, and report. Because since the brother claimed that they don't know whereabouts.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you calling from?
This is sister.
speak to you. I'm calling from Abba.
All right.
I'm calling in respect of that case you are handling now. The case
All right,
of
go
Mr.
ahead.
Emeka.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead.
I have been sad since I've been watching this program. Even if the wife doesn't love him that much, I don't think that is enough reason for her to treat the man this way. It's true that you have not.
The number to call is 0903-024-84. Emeka, if not for children, I say then easy. You have to know what you want. (0903-024-84) is the number. 090-3000-2484.
08.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you calling from?
Hello, my name is Gloria. I'm calling you from Port Harcourt.
All right.
Okay, the case you're handling now.
Yeah.
What I see now, the man, people really need to help this man. The man, people really need to help him because the wife, if she doesn't want him anymore, there's no need to hide. There's no need to hide. If you don't want somebody, even though you pay your wife price, come out and file a divorce. If the man is treating her bad, let her come up to human rights and say it. Other than making the man look like with me or like somebody that is not up to his man. It's very bad. It's very bad. And although people really need to hear from the woman, because most of these men, so they will come up and say their side. At the end of the day, you hear different stories. And if what the man is saying is truly true, please help this man. Help him. Help him. Let him come out of this kind of shame. It's really bad. Help him. Please, I really believe in what people are doing. And God will give you more strength and more wisdom to go ahead. In the name of Jesus.
All right. God bless you. Good caller. The only way that woman can come out is when they make her stop calling my wife, I need my wife, I need my wife. The only way the woman will have the guts to say, let's talk about children. Now when you first put her aside, it's the same way she put you aside. Because she should know that all these grown-up children now, they are already growing, that they will soon be shouting my father, if not already shouting my father. They must have been tormenting her now, but she can't come out because you need her by all means.
353.
I don't know if I'm communicating. A woman who don't care about your poverty or about your financial status as poor or rich, you, according to you, you've done everything possible. You even bought a car. What they call that car? I know say you will talk now. You know talk only.
I told her already. She knew that one. I was not supposed to come to Nigeria. That car was even since October. I was supposed to come back to Nigeria.
Continue.
But for the sake of my family,
finish what I was saying. Finish what I was telling you. And look at continue.
353.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you calling from?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Okara.
Alright.
I'm calling from Ireland, Republic of Ireland.
Alright.
I'm watching the program of Emeka and the family.
Okay.
I don't want to talk so much, but I'm just so disturbed. Is there any way
you can put your office can look for the welfare of those kids first before marriage.
If only he allows us to do
But if you can just find out where the children are, make sure they are okay. Then before we talk about whether Emeka is interested in the wife or the wife is not interested. Because as it stands now, the way Emeka is behaving, I'm not so much comfortable because I'm a mother. So if you're a good office, I know you are trying your best to make the situation work. But my concern now, those kids, how are they? Are they okay? That's my concern. Then after that, when the children are comfortable, then you can talk about marriage where they are not married or they are married, they are adults, they can decide what they want. Please.
All right.
God bless you, sir.
Hello, your name, where are you calling from?
Good afternoon to you. I'm Emmanuel. I'm calling from Aba.
Go on.
Okay. I'm calling for the case of Ayuba and them. Are you with me?
Okay.
Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay. Then my own contribution towards the program, although towards the case, is for me. First of all, I have been over some minutes watching the program. I can tell you that I'm upset. First of all, because of the way Emeka speaks. Emeka, I don't know if he's sounding like somebody that is confused. He has to go straight to the point to say what he needs. For me, I will accept, but I want you people to advise him, so that call him outside and they give him a good orientation. For him to know when he stands on the media, he will know how to talk, not to be talking blah, blah, blah. So that let him have a focus. Then, another thing is this. For my own contribution, I will equally say that the best thing for him to go on now is for him to first of all seek for his children. Let him seek for his children, let his children recover, let him recover his children first. Then when he gets his children later, because when he gets this, then that children may only, let that woman. So know that they have no other place or whatever that you can give that children can give the woman another mindset and another orientation that can only change that her mind, that her message. Because looking at what is happening now, from what I heard from her parents or from her siblings, it means that there is no peace there. Then there is a big problem which I don't know, it can only be solved by God one day. So for now, what I will advise Emeka is for him to go straight and look for a way, and again, let him allow the workmen to use their hand and the strategies they want to use in order to get the children, not for him to hinder, not when the person is trying to focus or to do the needful. He will be stopping them and trying to show how sympathizing or how whatever it is. I don't think that was. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. Let him sound like a man, please. That is what I'm saying. Please, you people should give him a good orientation and help him for him to recover his children first. Tell him for him to recover his children. Let it be the first thing that he will look into and forget about the wife. Later, the wife can equally come back by herself, or later everything can be restored. So that is my own contribution. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Emeka, if I tell you I don't know how you are feeling, I must be lying. but you have to control yourself. Okay? Good afternoon. Your name and where you calling from?
Okay, I'm calling from. Please, I forgot to say. You know, according to local tradition, when the man pays the woman's birth in every I'm thinking that is the mechanism asking because according to African tradition, except the birth has been returned back to the woman. That's why the man more for the woman. Maybe that is what is considered a mechanism.
The network is bad. Rather, your line was not clear. Good afternoon. Your name and where you calling from?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, please, I'm Miss from Mrs. on 5 Abuja.
Alright.
Okay, please, something as in respect to this little girl, please, Emanuela.
Alright, we're in another case now. Emanuela, she is still with us, so you can call later.
Check up for that, please.
081.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you calling from?
Hello?
Your name and where you are calling from?
Okay. I'm coming from Bayelsa State.
Alright, go ahead.
I'm watching now the program
Yeah, go ahead.
about the Mecca.
Yeah.
Hello?
I'm with you. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. So what I want to talk to that young man, that is the Mecca.
Go ahead.
This issue now is like something that happened to me now over years that I did not deal with my children now over years. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Now, I want to tell Emeka that let him go for your children. Forget about that woman for now. You understand?
Yeah.
Because when I had the same issue, my own took my children and run away. I decided that I will not marry again, and I will continue. I did my wife back. So in that condition, you understand me now?
Yeah.
I almost lose my life.
Okay.
So I want to advise him, let him go for his children. Leave the woman alone. No matter what you do for her, if you don't love you, you don't love you. That I want to advise him. Do you hear me?
Yes.
So, it's Emeka I'm advising. Let him go for his children, not about wife. You understand?
Yeah.
Somebody that do that kind of thing. You see acting your wife. He took your children, run away. He called his sister. Said, I don't want you again. He said, he need your wife. Your wife don't need you. Go for your children. You really hear me?
Yeah.
Then after when you get your children, if woman decided to come back, she will come back. That's my advice, Emeka. Then Chairman, I like how you are handling the case.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
I wish all my followers be like you.
Okay, sir. I wish I was young man. Let me tell you, woman, I didn't hear. The woman said I could kill me. All stars that I'm a thief, I want them to kill me. They want to shoot me. So because of act of love, so I'm advising this young man over 65 years old and about my children as I'm talking to you by your old photo. I did in court now. I'm in court now for this position.
Thank
I'm
you.
not talking about it.
Similar things happening
081.
everywhere. Good afternoon. Your name and where you calling from?
Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I'm calling from Italy.
All right. Go ahead.
Hello. Yeah, I'm calling from Italy. My name is Omar.
All right. Okay, go
So
ahead.
I'm calling to speak with the gentleman, the Emeka himself. Although I used to watch this your program
Yeah.
long ago, and I enjoy it so much.
Thank you.
Where you people take the
decision and go for solution.
Thank you.
I want to advise the man in question, the maker, due to the situation now, you can only take a horse to the river. You cannot force the horse to drink water.
That's true.
So the issue of him going after the woman is uncalled for. Because it is not his right to decide for the woman. The woman is matured.
Yeah.
So if the woman does not want the marriage, he cannot woman to come back. He should go straight for his children. That is the most important thing. I know he is deeply involved. He's on emotional depression. That is what is worrying the maker. That is why he's not too okay. He's not being straightforward. He doesn't know what he wants. Let him put himself together, be as a man, and go for your children. I know he's just saying this year online, I want my children, but actually it is the wife he wants more. He just pretended to say, I want my children, I want my children. But let him forgo the woman, because the woman is not interested in you. You cannot force her to come back. But if you want the law to help you to find your children, definitely they know how to go about it. But to force the woman to come back to you, there is no law covering that. There is no law that is saying that. There is no law that will cover somebody to force a woman to come and marry you. So you should be straightforward so that we know what is your pain.
Go ahead.
The issue of saying, I want my children, but whereas it is the law that is killing you, it's not what listening, you know. Because you are just fixing everybody watching this program off. You are not a man. Huh? Is it by force to love somebody? Somebody can, I want to see people 65 years old, they leave marriage. How many years we are talking about? 17 years, just a baby. 45 years, they leave marriage. 50 years, they leave marriage. We are talking about 17 years. So go straight for your children and get your children. If the ones that are little, they cannot be in your possession, except the ones that are grown up. That can also maybe speak for themselves. They want to follow their father. Those are the ones the government will say, okay, let all these ones follow you if they are grown up. You understand? If they are not grown up, they are children, they will definitely be with their mother. The only thing they can draw a line whenever you want to see them, you should be able to see them until they grow up.
All right.
You can't force a woman to love you. You can't force a woman to marry you. Well, if force you force her to marry you all this while before she have this one piece for you. But he wants to force her to come back.
All right, God bless you.
Thank you very much, my brother. I know maybe you are from my place, although I'm not used to calling the media for all this issue.
Okay.
You are from my tribe anyway. I used to observe the way you go about the issue, and I'm so happy about it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, God bless you. When somebody say I'm from his place, even me, I will be confused. If I don't know the place, whether na my mama place, I be in place, I be na my papa place. But however, you are from my place, my brother. You are welcome. Good afternoon. Your name and where you calling from?
Hello, I'm calling from UAE.
All right.
I want to contribute to the case you have written.
Go ahead.
Sir, the only thing I'll tell Emeka is that the first thing you will do again when you see your kids is make sure they cram your phone number so that they can be communicating with you.
That's
because the mistake you did the first time you saw them, that your first time you should have crammed their phone number with him so that like now they can usually call you even wherever they are. He can call you since he's up to 14 years.
Yeah.
So that was the mistake you did the first time you did. So anytime you see him again or communicate with them, just make sure that your son or all of them cram their phone number. so that they can be communicating with you anytime. That is what I want to tell you.
God bless you.
And please, I want you people to help him.
We are ready to help him. If only you want to help himself, we are here.
Zero 1 4 6 0 8.
Afternoon, your name and where you calling from?
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Kate. I'm calling from Ireland, Republic of Ireland.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
Right.
And I'm calling in respect of this case.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yes. Thank you very much. I want to say thank you very much to the chairman. He's doing a great job. Chairman, I'm one of your fans. You are very good. You make us smile as well, Chairman. God bless you so much, Chairman. Now, I want to talk to Emeka precisely. I'm a woman. I have 4 kids, and I'm married for almost 21 years now.
Okay.
Emeka, what you need to do, number 1, is you need to be a man. Okay? If a woman doesn't want you, the woman doesn't want you. So I've been watching you, patiently for the sake of my children. We have children, but there's a way something, the case gets to a point where you actually have to express yourself. And I need you at this point to express yourself. Your primary focus now is your children. Not you are talking of life. A woman doesn't want you, she doesn't want you. I even had the response from your so-called brother-in-law. That means this woman is far gone. So even if you sell yourself, sell everything you have, the woman is not coming back until the woman decides otherwise. So right now, the primary aim is for the children. And the woman is trying to help you. So you actually need to relax and be a man, be composed, and be very, very specific of what you want. What I need right now is my children. If I get my children, that's fine, you'll be sorted. So your primary aim now is how to recover your children, how to connect back to your children, how to communicate with your children. And the woman, if she doesn't want you, you move on with life. That's what life is all about. It doesn't mean you have to die with a woman. The woman doesn't want you and you're saying, my wife, my wife. She's not your wife right now because the woman is gone. So, from what I have from the so-called brother-in-law, okay? So the chairman is trying to help you, and you need to calm down. You can't be talking. My children, we all have children. But right now, if there are things you have to say, for your viewers to know exactly what happened, you have to say it. You have to be open. Right now, when you come out in the public place, you have to open up. For you to come to a public place, that means you have to open up, so that you know where you have been infected. Okay? So right now, you have to be composed, be a man, and allow justice to be done. Let the woman be tried. And whatever needs to be done within the ambit of the law and within the ambit of the chairman and the wife, they are doing a great job. Let them help you recover your children. So stop talking about the nonsense one. Okay? And recover your children. God bless you.
God bless
Chairman,
you.
God bless you.
Thank
you.
you.
I will definitely see you. But Chairman, what number can I call? Because I need to bring a case to you. What number do I to report a case to you?
Is this same number? If it's not my personal case, you call this same number.
I call this same. What time? Because I've been trying the number.
Oh, maybe they were busy.
Okay, sir.
You're
okay, no problem. Thank you so much. Keep doing what you're doing. And I'm going to send a token of love to you. You are doing a good job. God bless you.
God bless
you. Bye-bye.
0 7.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you calling from? Good afternoon. Your name and where you calling from? Let's say rain the for there. Good afternoon. Your name and where you calling from?
9.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you calling from? All right.
Okay. I'm still in the middle of Emeka.
Okay.
Okay. Young man, this place you are my doctor. I'm going to go for a very long time. I don't get about anymore. I want to thank you to do that and don't stop. And tell them that I don't work. They will take you and go to them. You know about people, I will look on and look for your children. They will help you to provide children. You are my mother. What they put here, you are Madam. For me, look here. I know how you feel it. I know what you are passing through. But look here, they provide the children for you. What about you?
Emeka. Emeka.
Sure.
Use your mic, Abe, so that other people will hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you very clear.
What makes you think,
3 2 0
or
2 5
what did you think it makes the family to be one-sided in their sister side? Listen and listen very good. Though. When you were marrying this woman,
4 7
whether you force her or not, she agreed to marry you. He born 1, 2, 3, 4. And you said your business, whatever you are doing, was not really
After some years,
booming.
I have to leave.
Oh God, relax first. Now take Jesus beg you. Now what you tell me, either yesterday or today, now they try talk, then you calm down. It's only when I lie, you go say, okay, God, you forget. Take it easy, oh. I take God beg you, oh. If now so other people work, stress me, and for not feel come on today, they show you to the whole world. You are distracting me. And I don't think all this one just started now. You said you have made me to divert what I want you to say. Now we say another one first. You said now go to a place. They say your wife came there with the children. Say I want to change the name of my children to another name. That they come ask her what of the papa. He can't say the papa don't run mad
7
for so country when he go, which is not true. So at the end of the day, you will be surprised. Say this woman when they run, they go. It will say my husband is not behaving well. I'm not sure. Say the way they talk or the way not they let me talk. A very little thing can irritate any other person. No. So you both say one man's food is another man's poison, because sometimes you go cover some area. Sometimes you be like say you be want talk true by saying there was a place you go change my children's name. I reach there. The woman come say na like this, na like that. You know what I'm trying to say? Anyway, we are running out of data right away. This thing may soon go off, except he enable me to load before it go off. Then we'll continue this one. If I cannot load before it go off, then you will expect part 2 of this Emeka.
0 7
So you
0
know,
2
we know
0
say women they when they're wicked, but sometimes we have to be careful in judging or drawing a conclusion.
7 0 2 0 5
So please hold on, those that are calling in, let me ask Emeka a question. A woman, you marry 1, 2, 3, 4 children, and things
0 5 1
was then getting tough. All she could do was to just advise you to travel out by all means.
0 8
Immediately you travel out, she changed. Have you checked yourself? Now, the brother, one of the brother, according to information you gathered, went there with her to loot your properties and sold some of them. That is another brother. Then the other brother, at
0 9
the one we just called, Alfred, anytime you want to talk about your children, that one will block you from saying about the sister or coming together. He makes several attempts, or which he has succeeded in several times, to get you arrested, or maybe once or twice, according to you. And now, calling them, no one even want to talk about you. No one want to talk about you. No matter what, they should be human. The question is there anything you are not telling us, or is there anything they too are not telling you for you to know where you have wronged them?
7
That is another thing. Because if my sister say no marry again, if she tell me the truth, I will only tell you